Apple in the news today as the Justice Department is reportedly escalating its probe on the tech giant. Yahoo Finance senior tech editor Dan Howley is here with the latest. Hey, Dan.
That's right, Rochelle. What we're looking at here with Apple, this is according to a report from the Wall Street Journal, is more of the DOJ diving deeper in. Now, we've known about the DOJ looking at Apple, examining its business practices for some time, but this seems to look like Apple is now focusing on how it allows third-party hardware partners, as well as software partners, to use its own capabilities. So, for instance, the company Tile, which offers a tracker, has criticized Apple for when a user signs up, they're constantly asked whether they want Tile to track their location. Now, when you use Apple's own AirTags, you don't get that kind of question. And Tile's argument is, look, this makes our product look less attractive, even though we're doing exactly the same thing as AirTags. And that's basically Apple's way of making sure that users want to stick to its own product. There's also been complaints about the way Apple uses things like Apple Wallet, as well as its ability to help users connect seamlessly with things like AirPods, where you just pop them open and they automatically are detected on your iPhone or iPad, and then you sign up right away. Now, Apple would argue that these are just features of its ecosystem, and it's part of the reason why people sign up for its ecosystem, why they're so invested in purchasing Apple products. But those third-party members say, look, this is a way for Apple to kind of gatekeep and ensure that people only stick to its products and not go after third-party partners. So this is part of the process that the DOJ is reportedly looking into and likely will continue to.
So then what does this mean for the Apple App Store?
Yeah, so the App Store has also been part of the kind of process that the DOJ is going into. A lot of discussion has been made about whether or not it uses antitrust kind of practices there or violates antitrust laws there. The same goes for Google, obviously, with its own Google Play Store. But Apple has been criticized by the likes of Netflix and Spotify and more just because of the way it only allows users to install apps through the App Store. And then, of course, once you do that, if it's a paid app, you have that 30% or 15% fee on top of that. Now, Apple has made some changes to those fee structures over time. In certain countries, such as South Korea, the company has to allow for a way to pay outside of the App Store. But the EU is forcing Apple and other companies to allow for complete third-party app stores. So that means that there will be a competitor to the App Store in the EU, at least, starting in 2024. What that means for the App Store and Apple's ability to generate revenue remains to be seen. You could argue that consumers would stick with Apple's App Store because it's simply an easier means to purchase apps, as well as a secure means to purchase apps. Although a third-party store might look more attractive if you don't have that extra 30 to 15% added to your purchases, because developers don't have to account for that. So, this is something that's going to continue to kind of be a topic of conversation going forward. Whether or not we see that App Store option added in the U.S. remains to be seen. We'll have to figure that out, I guess, in 2024. And if it's not added in the U.S., then that could also be something that the DOJ looks into.
And we've certainly seen Elon Musk weighing in on that, adding those extra costs in for Twitter Blue Verified as a way for when people do download from the App Store. Great stuff there. Dan Howley, thank you so much.